Dear Captain, I feel like my drum patterns are not dynamic enough. The beats always hit with the same force, almost like a typewriter. What can I do?
Well, you're in luck. Hello everyone, this is... Welcome back to Drum Machine 101. This is episode 2, in which we will learn about accents and how they bring more expressiveness into our drum patterns. Right now, we're only able to turn a step on or off. The sound either plays or it doesn't. This means there's no dynamics or loudness variation. The drum always hits with the same force, which makes it more monotonous or robotic. Sometimes that's exactly what we want, but whenever we need more expressiveness, that's where accents come into play. Listen to this series of snares. It's just one big wash of robotic 16th notes. But if we add accents to some of them, it becomes a discernible rhythm. A clear pattern of beats that stand out and change the rhythm. Our ear now has something to hold on to. Oh, come on, Beat Bunny. Oh well. And remember, if you accent everything, you accent nothing at all. Let's take a look at how accents are placed in different drum machines. On the Arturia DrumBrute Impact, you can decide for each step individually if it should be accented or not. In accent mode, we can place accented red steps or change normal blue steps into accented ones. Usually, an accent just makes the step louder. In some drum machines, the accent also changes the timbre slightly. Either way, an accented step is emphasized and receives more weight, as if the drum was hit with more force to introduce a slight punctuation. The Behringer RD-8 has a global accent. We don't place accents individually for each instrument, but rather on a dedicated accent track that affects every instrument on a given step. On the one hand, we don't have control over which specific instruments are accented, it's all or nothing. But on the other hand, this makes for a much faster workflow. With the accent level knob, we can dial in the amount by which steps are accented. At the leftmost position, the accent does nothing. Very often, accents are placed on beats 1 and 3, so steps 1 and 9. Or on beats 1, 2, 3 and 4, so steps 1, 5, 9 and 13. But feel free to experiment what sounds best to you. Some drum machines can do both individual accents and global accent. The 909 is quite famous for it and achieves maximum oomph only when the normal accent is combined with the total accent. Like all Elektron machines, the model samples allows us to set a velocity for each step. This means we can fine-tune the loudness of a drum hit by assigning it a value from 0 to 127. Just hold the step, press the level knob until you reach the velocity setting, and then turn it. Compared to normal accents, this is a much more fine-grained approach. It also makes volume swells and very light drum hits possible. But of course this takes more time than just turning an accent on or off. If your drum machine only has one accent level, but you still need more dynamics, you can always take matters into your own hands. Let's take a look at In the Air Tonight, for example. These bass drum steps need to be played very lightly, and this conga hit needs to be very loud. The TT-78 can't do that, so we have to do it manually. That's it for this episode. Hit subscribe and ring the bell, so you don't miss the next one. If you want to help us make more videos, you can support us on Patreon, where you'll also have access to our constantly updated collection of drum pattern transcriptions and cheat sheets.
Beep, bunny.